And we're back. Working on a drag. There's Jonathan. Let me put my mouse. There it is.
Hey, Bob.
Long time no see.
Yeah, man, it's been a year since we've seen each other, man. Oh. Right now I'm doing some sanding on my Impala body. Getting it down where the fender wells were. After I cut them off, there's still some stuff left, and I'm sanding that down to basically
Yeah.
look like there were no fender wells.
Yeah, make it nice and smooth. Smoother you make it, the better looking the end.
Yep. I got one side just about where I want it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it's not doing coming on pretty well. I discovered I should have painted it the other way around rather than painting it silver and trying to paint the red. I was much better painting it all red and then putting the silver highlights back into it. So that's what we're in the process of doing now. But we've got it. Got it pretty much there. Doing the little details on it. Let's talk about the chrome. Do the chrome painting. In the engine and transmission, I've got that going, but it's still got a long way to go on those too. But the only thing that is done are the wheels and tires. Got the wheels and tires done. He's took these tires from the '67 Chevelle Pro Street kit because this kit comes with the plastic tires, which is all right for the front ones, but they kind of look terrible for the back ones. Having that seam right in the middle of the slick, you're just never going to be able to get it. Never going to get it to go away.
Nice.
Hey, Kevin.
I'm using the exact same tires on my Pro Mod too.
Or that might have come from the Nova. It came from one of the two. I don't remember which one. They both had the same, basically the same tires in them. I think it was a Chevelle because these didn't have any tread on them. I think the Nova ones had the street slicks. I think I don't remember. It's been a long time since I looked at one.
I know with the Chevelle, there's two different types of drag tires, and you got one with tread on it, and the other one's a complete slick.
Slick, yeah.
The slick on there, the slick one has a Goodyear on there.
Okay, then yeah, these came from a different one. They came from probably the Nova.
The one with the tread don't have anything, no lettering on it.
Yeah, then these came from the Nova. I knew it was one of the two.
Yeah, I'm probably going to use slicks on mine. Just right now, I'm using the Tread one to use as mock-up. I'm getting powdered styrene from sanding so much all over it. Well, I am going to enjoy myself tomorrow because I am off school tomorrow. One
I'm
of
off school tomorrow too.
one of those professional learning days where the teachers go in and bus drivers and the cooks. For the bus drivers, it's stupid. Well, really, the whole thing's stupid, but it's really stupid for the bus drivers because I mean, all thing they do is just
No,
ride.
there's still training stuff involved. I mean, even when I worked at Walmart, you had to do 4 times a year. You had to do like special training for active shooters and stuff like that. So
But uh, but I've learned that with these professional learning days, the bus drivers used to not have to go to those, but now they do.
yeah, because now they do stuff like active shooter training and all that
Uh,
kind of stuff, refresher courses. So yeah, they go. So even working like at Walmart, you have to like 4 times a year. You have to do that uh, refresher course on what to do for active shooters and stuff. It's a sad world, but that's the way it is.
Hell, there's a difference between the two sides. I've not done this side. I've only done this side. I smooth. This side's all rough and raggedy. I'll start sanding on that. I wonder how I should do my motor with some of the other parts because I know what I already got glued together. All that's getting the metallic color aluminum. But the other stuff, I'm debating on if I should do it like black, like it is on the picture here, or do like purple and match the body, or do like some of the stuff purple but leave like the top hat part black.
I mean, whatever you like. I mean, you go either direction.
Yeah, man. I was
A
trying to
lot of those
think what would look better.
built up motors were just left either aluminum or black. You know, raw metal
Yeah,
up to them, or they had a black powder coating on them.
this is like the distributor. Part like the belt pulley system stuff. There's like things that go onto the valve covers. There's a piece that goes onto the front of the supercharger that has a thing on there that basically another part of the pulley system. Then you get the top hat itself, all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's pretty much up to your discretion. What you know, because when those
What do you
cars were built, they would be done. They would do different. Different guys would do different stuff.
What do you think, Ron?
On what's that?
How this motor should be? Because like I know what I already got glued together is gonna be like metallic silver aluminum color, all that. I was trying to think how I want to paint all my like pulley stuff. There's stuff that goes on the valve covers, part on the supercharger. That's part of the pulley system stuff. And my top hat showed it like black, like roughly how it is in my picture here, or do like purple to match the body.
Um, Pulleys would normally on a high horsepower motor, you want everything lightweight, which usually means aluminum. So more than likely aluminum pulleys instead of a cast iron, which would probably be black. Most of your component parts, like a fuel pump, would probably be aluminum, maybe more of a golden colored aluminum.
Which this is what the picture looks like.
Distributor more often than not, those are red, which kind of more or less clashes with anything you put it in, but the front of that supercharger looks black.
Yeah, it is. And then the part that actually like part of the spinning part of it that makes the belt and pulley stuff go, that's like aluminum chrome part.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you know how to use Google Images?
I've looked on Google Images many times.
Yeah, just do your search, go to Google and click on the images, and then all you see is pictures. Put in Pro Mod motor or Top Fuel motor or whatever, and then take a look at what colors they're running. Hi, Britta.
Hey, Britta.
Hey, Britta.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Try to do it like kind of like roll my tongue a little bit while saying Britta.
Britta.
Yeah, there we go. I was trying to do that, but my tongue won't do it. Oh, trust me, I'll probably do it after the live.
Thanks, Bob, for hosting the live.
Oh, no problem. I'm sitting here anyway.
I just thought it was partly sarcastic and comical to just simply ask you directly.
Why not? On nights I'm not even on when Jeff's doing something. He's like, well, I guess we'll see if Bob wants to do one.
Right.
It's all right. I'm usually sitting here anyway.
Right.
When he was there, I'm got my butt planted in a recliner watching television, one or the other.
TV is bad for you.
And this is a little more productive, so.
Right. TV is bad for your mental well-being. Unless it's sports. It's not as bad. Just all the commercials. Go ahead, John.
I'll say this for my like the top hat part of the motor. I'll probably do that black as well with my cowl induction hood and all that. It'll look better with black sticking out, and then if I were safe, I would do it in purple or something.
Yeah,
one of the types are like chrome and all that. That's another type where they're black.
Well, usually a top hat like that would be carbon fiber, which is why they would be black or whatever, but it wouldn't be anything to paint it purple to match.
If I do anything purple, it might be the stuff that goes on the valve covers. There's 4 things on each valve cover I got to put on, even though on this specific platform thing I'm missing one. I have no clue where it went. I have to make something.
You remember how I was telling you that them little holes are kind of for a belt that holds the supercharger down?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out, John. If you take a piece of tape and you just fold it over so it sticks on itself, right? Then you already get some texture, and then just take your knife and cut it so you have multiple little strips that are thin enough to fit in that spot. And then before you cut the last end so that they're all 4 on there or whatever it is, spray it with that purple, let it dry, and then flip it over and spray it with that purple on the inside. Then you'll have your 4 belts. And it's just a piece of tape. You can't really mess it up. And if you do, you throw it away and do it again.
Yeah, probably what I'm going to do once I finish, because I'm sanding down the leftovers of the fender wells, my Apollo body, and might do that on the chassis as well. Then after that, we'll try to do some cutting around with my engine compartment on the frame, or to see about motor mount stuff. Where I need to do it, because I have a feeling I might have to cut the actual whole cross member out to make room for the oil pan. Then might have to start cutting on the frame, make it longer and wider.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get around to that sooner or later. Bop, bop. Crazy frog. Oh, sorry. That was actual Foley, right?
Close.
Passenger.
We're gonna strip them. LA awesome.
Is that what you use for stripping chrome the most?
Yeah, because it's convenient and it's cheap.
Right. Yeah, as you can see here, all of these parts are all chrome to build the entire motor. I mean, there's literally nothing that isn't chrome. So I think I'm going to build most of it and then dunk it. And I can...
Well, the bug catcher's in chrome and it's two pieces, and so by the time you clean it up and glue it together, you're gonna have to re-chrome it anyway.
Yep.
So might as well just strip it before you even get started.
Yep.
Somebody's here. Hey, Marcy.
Marcy.
Hey, hi.
What's up, stranger?
Oh, what? The whole plate full of damn stuff.
It just came to me, but Marcy reminds me of a person that I know. It's like if you get her onto a rant, it's like she seems like she's ready to go murder somebody. That's how.
Oh, trust me, if I am that frazzled about something, somebody's probably in danger. Yes.
Oh, come on, Britta. You had to have the preppies too. You know, the jocks.
We call those guys meatheads. Basically what they were. None of them had a brain cell to share. But they could play football.
I think I'm starting to get a little
Looks
tired.
like. It looks like they shot this clear sprue or chrome sprue with clear. It was a clear sprue that they chromed.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Does that make it brittle then?
I haven't broken anything yet, but you know. It's I'm working on the Don Garlett's double A dragster,
Oh yeah.
the 74 double A FD fuel, top fuel dragster, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. This
Yeah, I get real leery messing with clear parts because it's always so brittle compared to regular plastics.
I managed to get all those so far, knock on Formica, all those little spindly parts from the chassis that were chrome off in one piece. So
Well, you're better modeler than I.
yeah, it's definitely clear.
When you do tabletop gaming pieces, you get used to the fiddly little pieces.
Yeah, the
Or
little
it's,
parts
it's
still
like a
bother
milky,
me.
actually, it's more like a milky color. It's not clear, but it's
Like their transparent almond color.
or it's like clear that was wasn't polished, or whatever.
Opaque.
Yeah, I guess it's like milk bottle plastic.
Yeah.
That color.
They probably had a rookie make a new batch of clear and it turned out milky, and they're like, yeah, no, we can't use that for windows. Just shoot some parts with it.
Actually, I wish they would. Well, modern they shoot everything in white or light gray, which is okay. But for these older kits, I kind of wish they were all that way. And it's like milky color stuff. It's so hard to deal with. I can't imagine being a young kid trying to deal with
Yeah.
getting a kit and it being bright orange plastic or bright yellow plastic and trying to do something else with it. Take 20 coats of paint just to cover up the
mold color.
the color of plastic.
That's why everything needs to be in white. Not the random colors.
Most new stuff is in white, so it helps. But the
Right.
white or a real light gray or a cream color even. But that was the hardest part I had with doing this chassis because it was all black plastic, so you couldn't see for shit where
Right.
the little pinholes were for the pegs for the cross members to go in and stuff. You couldn't find them to see them.
So you built it blindfolded, did you?
Basically.
Could have.
Yeah, the gray plastic is much easier to see all those things on. Most of the tabletop gaming and mini stuff is gray.
Yeah, I'm really fond of like AMT soft gray almondish color. That plastic to me usually nice and soft. It's hard enough to hold its shape but not brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts and carves nice, sands well.
Yeah. The only company that really has it down as far as colors is Bandai.
Yeah, they can shoot 5 different colors on the same sprue.
I've never built one, so I can't say anything about their plastics, but is it
Bandai
kind of brittle like a Revell, or is it
No.
soft like an AMT?
No, it's sturdy.
I'd almost probably put it close to an ABS style plastic, almost flexible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, whole dollar in one. Night, Britta.
Ready to go 9-9? Have a good one, Brita.
Oh my buddy.
Ooh, here comes Andrew. Hey, Andrew.
Hey,
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 hey.
Andrew.
Me or Ryan.
I shot you. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, you did.
Got him before he had a chance to get me or Ryan. Take that, Andrew.
He's the fastest draw in the West.
At least I'm not the shotgun in the West.
How you doing, Andrew?
good.
Don't be lying to me.
Don't be lying to me.
Making more progress on your helicopter?
Yeah.
Cool.
Helicopter.
Joe.
54.
Hey, Joe. Well,
You
so
can
far,
go.
looks like I get $1 back out of my $10 purchase. I got 5 more tickets to scratch, so.
Hey, Ryan, guess what?
What?
Pickle.
Chicken butt.
Yeah, chicken butts. What I every time somebody says guess what, that's what I say.
Pickles.
No, no
Too
pickles.
much.
Pickles, pickles, pickles.
Too much.
That was actually pretty comical, though, the pickles thing.
Yeah. His daughter always comes up with something silly. She manages to get in the room when he's on a live. It's true.
The pickle.
And she was like, "Aw, pickles." It's like, well, what happened to pickles?
The world may never know.
No, might not. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Pickles Co went and found a stash of catnip somewhere for all we know.
Yeah. Okay, Kitty, who do you want to go with? Who's got catnip? We don't talk about catnip on this channel. That was funny too.
One of each.
Hi, Louie.
Hey, how are y'all?
Well, you know,
Hey, that's a $2 winner. So that's $3 back out of my 10.
nice.
Now, it would be really nice is if the multiplier is like 5. So it's probably going to just be a 1.
You know, they
Yep.
could really add value to them scratch offs if they made them scratch and sniff at the same time.
Or make it more of a chance for you to win.
Oh, yeah, that would make them great, but we know that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
I usually break even on scratchers.
I usually end up with a few bucks over. Last week I played $20 worth and I came back with like 40.
You said if I buy
And then
$20 worth, I
spent
usually
10.
get
Maybe
about
my
$20 back. Only one time have I gotten 50 on $20 worth of cards.
Speaking of, did they have a raffle thing at the last show you went to, Bob?
No, they did not. Otherwise, yeah, I'd have bought $20 worth of tickets for that. They did not have one. For a show they've done for a long time, they seem to be very unorganized.
I wonder if they got a rotating board.
They probably do.
And it's that guy from that you always talk about that one night at the shows and all. That's like not allowed to.
Why do you always keep breaking in and out when you're talking? Why does it always happen to Jonathan?
I don't know. What does he have to pick on me for?
He's on his phone, I guess.
Yeah, that's how.
Using Wi-Fi, aren't you, Jonathan?
No,
No?
where I'm at, I don't even have Wi-Fi. I go up to
Why
my
is it working?
I have Wi-Fi.
No.
What?
Why?
I build my models in my grandpa's house. Which
Shut up!
anybody lived in it for like 11 years now.
Oh, we did.
Above. So,
So you're just using your phone.
You got to go in.
and so you're
Well, technically, that's wireless. Technically.
Yeah, 'cause you
your
can't landline
service
it.
is craptastic.
Good job.
Yeah, little pig!
Little pig.
Yeah, I don't want to dead.
it's supposed to be pickles, not pigs. Maybe the pig did something.
No, little pig on the Walking Dead when Nick comes.
Ron, maybe the pig did with pickles.
Little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair of my tinny tin tin.
You know, huffing, I'll puffing, I'll blow your door in.
Oh no!
I've never seen Walking
My
Dead.
house is made of straw.
Shut up. But put outside with wire.
Nice, Kevin. Nice. 300K minus 60%. She's looking at about 60 grand after taxes.
What's that? Yeah.
Very few people invest the money, they waste it. They buy a bunch of crap they can't afford to have after the money's gone.
Right.
Yeah. When get that money, then they turn around and divorce themselves. Not share the money.
That's her bring home amount?
Sit.
300,000, that won't last.
Okay.
So what'd she win? 500
Stuck
grand? 750 maybe?
If she doesn't invest at least half of it in something that's going to make back money, she won't have it within a month. She'll be broke. And she'll have a bunch of shit she can't do the upkeep on because she spent money stupidly.
Yeah, she's got 300 grand. She buys a $250,000 house. The following month, she doesn't even have the money to make the next payment on the property tax.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what people do. They don't think. They just spend.
Yeah,
Or
just 'cause you can afford the Ferrari doesn't mean you can afford the maintenance.
Exactly. Or
Exactly.
enough insurance if anything was to happen. You know?
Yeah.
And got some people who win the lottery and divorce their spouse so that they don't have to share the money.
You know,
You don't have to share the money. There's no hard fast rule. I ended up with $4 back out of my tenant.
better than nothing.
Yeah. It just means I don't play no more this week. $4. Buy a candy bar.
Oh, Ryan, I looked those kits you were asking about on that video. They were like $82.
Damn.
It was Fujimi FJ Toyota kits.
Yeah.
So they have a live inventory on their website, so you can.
Yeah, I saw that in the comment thing that you replied to. Thought that was cool.
Jamie is expensive, but it's worth it.
Well, it's the only place you're gonna find that FJ too.
Probably.
You know, it's one of those cars that I've ever since I saw the real one. I thought it was like a bulldog looking SUV, and there's a few of them around here. There's a yellow and a blue one. I think there's 2 blue ones, but they just make a good off-roader, a decent daily driver, not a bad vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's so hard to find a model kit of them. There's a couple of die-cast. I have one of those, but I think it was Chris from HPI Guy. He had built one because he owns and drives one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, they do make a kit. I want to get me one of those. And then when I was watching Bob's video, I happened to see it. I'm like, ooh, FJ. Squirrel.
Right.
Well, the bonus is that would meet their shipping quota, so you can it's free shipping. So,
Right.
there's anything over $70 total is free shipping. 69. They say 69, but I just say $70 free shipping.
Yeah, one of these days I'll get me one of them to build.
That's kind of all. We can't
Get some
afford.
real thin, flat black rubber matting to put in the trunk and everything, because it's basically just a solid metal interior with rubber on it, so you can wash it out with a hose. They're actually pretty neat little trucks, though. All right, those are carburetors. This must be the fuel, maybe? Coil? Fuel?
Sounds like you got good carbs. Bad carbs I have is a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
It's only really bad if it's a loaf of wet bread.
it's only bad if you're the heel of the bread. Some call it the buttocks. Others call it the hoe. Everybody touch it, but nobody want it.
So it's the last 2, and then
The
that's
butter
a
bag.
hamburger bun. Then it's a hamburger bun.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't mind eating it. Less bread in the thing as a whole.
I don't know why that's a thing. Like nobody eats that part. I don't know why.
Because it's
You
the
put butter
hoe.
on, I take the ends of the bread and butter them up and use them to dip in my tomato soup.
Yeah, they make great dippers, that's for sure.
Yep.
Crust actually holds it together so it don't fall apart.
Yep. You don't end up with globs of bread in your soup.
Mm-hmm.
On the days I don't feel like a grilled cheese, that's what I'll do. Take the ends
Greetings,
off the bread.
Boston.
But it was a total different.
And
Yeah, I don't mind eating the heel of the bread. I mean, I don't grab it right off the bat when I open them, but
No, if I'm
Get
gonna
down
have
to-
soup,
get down to 4 or 5 pieces, I don't mind eating it.
Right here.
I'll leave it in there for the meanwhile to keep the rest of it a little fresher, I guess. But
great. Now I'm
He-
hungry.
Made it home. Maybe would have been happy.
here's a question for you guys. At Walmart, where they sell the models once in a while,
never do
supposedly they also sell model glue. Is that model glue the same as that orange tube Bob just showed with the new packaging styling on it, or what?
I don't. They don't have models at our Walmart. I don't know, but I would assume that it would be the regular standard, probably the 2-pack with the little little rubber tips in them. Is what they have.
As I was telling my mom, if she ever goes to Walmart and they see the models in the aisle, then I'm not with her because she goes 80 times more than I do a year. But if she ever sees them, to grab a pack of that, you know, because I need model glue. And what she do, she comes home with this freaking Duco plastic model cement stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, so it says it's plastic model cement, but it don't work the same at all.
It's kind of like the Bluetooth stuff, you know. Non-toxic. It's a waste of time.
Right. Well, I got the non-toxic stuff right here because I ran out of my orange one, and I need to buy another one of these, the Model Master.
Yeah, the tube glues are good for dioramas and bases. I keep them around.
I mean, for me, they're good for like big parts, you know, like putting the motor blocks together and things like that. But when I get into the smaller areas, like putting the coil springs on the rear axle, I want a smaller dab. I don't want a big dab, you know.
I use it places where I need stickiness or need it to act as a filler.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
as a filler, it works great. You know.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. It's basically liquid cement with clear styrene dissolved in it.
Yeah, it's not a replacement for Zap-A-Gap, but it works if you ain't got Zap-A-Gap.
Yeah, it's a good second if you need it.
And then you got pieces like this, my little freaking micro
Yeah,
rods,
I
you know,
keep
that
the red Testors tube glue around. I use it to glue my models to the bases.
Like that kit I got for a gift the other day that I still got to mail. I had to take it came with a tube of the blue stuff that I had to take out because you can't mail it with that in there.
right.
Or you have to mail it ground parcel or whatever in there.
Or you have to hope you don't answer the wrong question and
So they
let
don't
it
have to
slip
look
by
at
and not find out the hard way.
Yeah. I just try to stay legal.
What's up, Chuck?
So I just took it out.
Yeah, better to play it safe than to get a fine later. You mailed a package that had flammable liquid and it blew up.
Yeah, because this was came in the kit.
The only extras glue out is like
It's a
triangle
waste.
one bottle.
That's a waste of stuff there. It doesn't stick to nothing. Nothing stick to itself.
The only thing that's good for is an orange air freshener. I mean, that's all it is an orange air freshener. That's it.
Toxic air freshener.
Yeah. Well, it says non-toxic, but it'll burn your nose hair. I can tell you that.
No way, that's not toxic. I'm
I
sorry.
know I'm not a glue sniffer, but I do smell it.
Yeah, it's
They
kind of hard
took
not
They
to.
took some toluene out of it.
Making fumes take over.
Yeah. Chuck's getting ready to head to New Jersey. Get a rope.
Okay, what are we doing in Jersey?
I think he's getting ready to go to a show. He was
NL East is this weekend.
Is it?
he was building a box to carry his cars in the other day.
I forgot about
Mr. Griffin, greetings.
that. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, and NL East is this weekend.
Yeah, I lost track of the shows.
I don't know because Jason had like 3 videos this week about getting ready to go.
Yeah, I haven't watched all my videos. That's why it leaks out of my brain. I usually watch people that are actually going.
Where is that? Is that in like Jersey or somewhere like that?
Yeah, it's over that way. That's where Chuck was saying. Heading to NJ tomorrow.
Yeah, that plastic is looks like exactly like. Let me see if I can. It'll show. It's odd. I've never had this before.
Yeah, it's definitely translucent.
It's not. It's like milk plastic colored, like a frosted clear, which is fine by me. I just never had that before.
Still takes paint.
That was sorry, this one. Yeah, that's right.
That's a cool color.
That needs to cook some more.
Oh, there it is. Another reason why I didn't pay mind to what's going on this weekend. My list of shows is not up on my clip where I normally have it. I took it down to take a picture of it to send it to somebody.
That's what you.
Makes it hard to fish out though because I can't see it.
Yeah, it blends in.
Remember that was our deal for getting the marshmallow. It'd be easier if you had mom.
Because that LA Awesome's got that yellow tint to it, and the yellow cup and the translucent parts.
Oh, another reason I wouldn't have noticed is that show isn't even on my list.
Really?
See, Bob, this is like building blindfolded.
No.
She said I can have them.
I gave it to. That's for you.
What is that?
What's that?
Pickle.
Pickles.
Get another one. I'll get another one.
And I did say.
Hmm.
Oh, that's food. That's food for us.
Feeling that with my interior floor, I'm gonna have to cut a little part of it out where the transmission goes. That part of it. Yeah, cut a little bit of that transmission.
Yep, gotta widen and lengthen it a little bit.
Yeah, might have to. I don't know. Probably gonna cut the cross member. Then if I don't know. If I do that, then that means I'll probably have to get creative.
No, it's okay. I don't want it.
Don't play with that. I'll fit. Here, I'll cut it.
Because it's not enough to split. It's already a little piece. I'd rather for you to eat it because you need to work those muscles.
Do.
You got the other one?
You want the other one? The ham?
No, she wanted that tuna. It's okay. Okay.
I know that. I know that. No. I know that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I didn't know this was in.
Yeah, it's like that glow in the dark plastic without the glow in the dark part, and it's mixed it up.
I have some of them glow in the dark sprue pieces in one of my drawers. Every night I shut my light off, it stands out. It lets me know I have it.
If I leave the where it's at now with the interior floor, about the transmission section of it, right now basically the fan, the pulley belt system, and the belt and stuff will be basically in the radiator right now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut the transmission tunnel to slide that thing back, or you're gonna have to cut the top half of the transmission off, one or the other.
Probably about
Where it goes under the tunnel.
probably have to cut off roughly a quarter of an inch of the transmission tunnel, and then cut off my cross member, or at least the section where the oil pan's touching, because I'm gonna try to use this for this frame that goes with it. So I'm gonna have to cut out that small section because I got two holes on it. That's for like I think the lower control.
So are you using the Impala interior?
Probably just going to use the. Well, or probably just use Chevelle because it's going to be wide anyway.
I'm done with this kit. I'm probably try the other one.
And you probably won't be able to get to fit the other interior in there if you're already having to cut the transmission tunnel
Done with this one.
on that Chevelle chassis to get the motor in. You wouldn't be able to get that other one on top.
Now would be a good time to mock it up and find out the hard way.
Yeah, you
Then-
mock it up, see what happens. But you could probably cut the bottom off of the interior bucket and then do it that way.
There is no interior bucket.
Yeah, it's a floor pan and 2 walls, right?
Yeah. On both the Chevelle Pro Street kit and the Impala.
Oh, well, then yeah, you could probably just use the door cards
Yeah,
from the Impala.
I'm just gonna use the door panels and the dash from the Impala and just put it on top of the widened and lengthened Chevelle frame.
Now you're going to want to make sure they go up high enough, because if you ain't got a floor that they glue to, you're going to lower it a little bit and you're going to have like a 1/4 inch gap or 1/8 inch gap between the top of the door and the top of the door seal. Because without that floor pan, you're lowering the door sides basically.
Yeah, I would probably attach the door interior panels to the sides of the body.
Yeah, probably do that.
And make
But
sure
then you
that,
got to make sure that the bottoms stick in far enough.
yeah, because they said the chassis is already too narrow, so you shouldn't be having an issue with it.
Gesundheit there, Andrew.
If the Chevelle chassis is already too narrow, then you shouldn't have a problem fitting the door panels to the body first. And you can line them up, make sure they fit right. Because then the
Probably
chassis will be inside of it.
cutting off a little at a time for the transmission tunnel.
That's me.
Go from there. See how much I need to keep cutting back and how much I need to cut off. And then once I get it to roughly where I want it, then I'll probably want to start making my own transmission tunnel, basically making it bigger.
Well, you got your garage sale sign, so you could cut the whole tunnel if you want, the whole hump part, and just make a new one.
Well, I was just getting ready to show him something about that real quick.
Because it's just a cone shape.
Jonathan, if you take your knife backwards, not the sharp part, but the back side of it, and you just cut right there where it meets the floor, just cut that area, just keep scribing and scribing and scribing, but don't take it off of the back of the seat, but just everywhere else. Then you can lift that up a little bit and then just have that little gap to fill in on each side. This will actually hold it still in place, so when you shove your transmission in there, it can rise up a little bit, and then you just fill it in.
Ah. Okay.
Because there's plenty of times I've cut a transmission out and then tried to build something to fill in the void. And if I would have just did that, it would have saved me hours and hours of work.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up?
Yiminy.
Hey, Jimmy.
So, Jonathan, I have to do that a lot. Like the motors and transmissions won't fit with the 3D printed shit. Honestly, the easiest way to do it is you can shave the top of the transmission down because you'll never see it. And where the oil pan bottom of the motor basically sits down on the front suspension, because I know how the Chevelle motor sits in there. Just take it and start shaving down the oil pan right there. Because again, it'll sit on the suspension and you'll never see it. That's kind of my lazy ass way of doing it, but it works.
But all what I know I gotta do to this frame, I gotta cut off a part of the cross member because the oil pan, make room for oil pan. Gotta make my transmission tunnel bigger. Got to basically extend that too once the frame is and extend the crash shaft and widen the frame.
Ryan, check the chat.
Then make
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just shave
All
the
right,
top
Mike.
of the transmission down. You won't have to cut the transmission tunnel.
And also at the same time, it's I think resin too. So
Yeah, you can shave it down.
Mike doesn't
Now,
have
you're supposed to wear a
email.
mask because apparently that stuff is toxic. Do I ever wear a mask? No.
You should.
Should I?
Resin dust
Should
is
I?
really
Yes.
bad.
The stuff doesn't come out. Once it goes in, it doesn't come out.
yeah, I'll just do what kind of like Russell.
Even
So I was going to sit and cut it a little bit, and then
if you don't have the big respirator, you just got just one of these type things. It's better than
Yeah,
nothing.
just something.
Yeah.
Just that stuff. Once it goes in your lung, it never comes out.
And you should also have a damp towel of some sort to collect the dust so it's not going all over the place. You don't want your dogs to get anywhere near that or any of your pets, you know.
I keep the dogs out of my model room. Last time I let them down there, frickin' our puppy Daisy ran upstairs with one of my bodies in her mouth.
Bad girl.
Yeah. I hadn't painted it yet, so she didn't really hurt the body at all.
She just took it.
All right, let me
Hey,
interrupt for a
shit.
moment. I just commented on one of Mike's videos with my email. I looked on his channel for his email and it wasn't there, so that's why I went that route. And then I saw he left a comment on one of my things and I replied to that as well. So there you go, Mike. Catch me through that direction and we'll hook up in the email shortly here. Sorry for the interruption. Well, I'm not sorry. It was cool. Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. You're good.
it's hard for me to say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Andrew, you ain't sorry.
No, you aren't, Andrew.
What's that?
Yeah,
But yeah, that even if you don't let the animals down there, the dust is so super fine that it literally will be all over the house. So you need to have protection for yourself and have a damp towel of some kind to collect the bits and dust.
I'm sorry.
I didn't
Where's
even
our
know that shit was toxic. I was sitting here on a live grinding at a motor one night, and I kept saying it was burning my nose. Jeff
Yeah,
was pissed.
that night I told you 3 or 4 times you needed something to protect yourself.
Yeah, that's when I just quit shaving on it. I didn't have any masks or anything.
Andrew?
Hmm?
Where's the rest of it for us? Where's the rest of the food for us?
Pickles
I don't
ate
know.
it.
You didn't bring enough to
I did.
share.
Pickles ate it.
You don't need food.
And I just ate McDonald's. I'm good, buddy.
It's all for me.
What are you drinking, Andrew?
Took one.
Sitting there trying to think, Ron, should I cut from the top or go from the bottom?
On the tunnel,
Yeah, the tunnel.
on the very top.
Top, okay. Oh,
Top.
wasn't for sure.
And you want to go at kind of a 45-degree angle. So if your
Yeah.
chassis is laying flat, you want to come in at like a 45-degree angle. That way, when you lift it up, you got a flat edge to fill in. Whereas if you go with a straight angle, then the two lines won't match up quite the same.
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to start next. I finished a Chevelle, and I'm at a stuck point with Senior's build. I have to sand down and repaint the chassis with the two back fenders. Because one of the back fenders, the paint went decided to ripple.
Have
When
you
you
even
ever gonna get around to that Matt and Debbie Hayes kit?
I have it out. I was looking at it today.
have you
What's up, Ed? Mr.
That's
Ed
going to
Wood.
be a long-term
Hey,
project,
Edward.
though. That car, I'm going to take my. I'm going to try to do some crazy shit with that car I've never done before. Like, I have in mind wiring the whole damn car up. I've never even attempted that before. So that one's going to be a long-term kind of fuck
Well,
off
that car would
project.
have a ton of AM fittings on it. It's a little red and the
Mhm.
blue,
Mhm.
braided hoses, and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yep.
At least the 8 fuel injector things that go on top of the blower is a molded in piece, so that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Before I start any new project, I need to order up some parts. I don't have any rims.
I need
If I
to
get these couple sets of rims ordered up, I know what projects I'll start.
order my senior decals and my Roscoe /Enos decals.
I still need to order my senior decals too. I have them saved, but just
Yeah, and cart just not order
yeah.
because it's being used for 2 different builds. One is a race car, the other one is a derby car.
Not, not to be a dead horse, Jimmy, but they had STS had the senior decals at the show.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to be at most of the shows. They're going to pay this. The year.
Oh, come on, Hobby Played, come on. Hey,
They didn't have the Terry's toys, but they had the regular ones.
Andrew, I'm gonna send blackout from to you. We'll send them to you. So you can out.
You're cutting out, man. We can't hear you.
Me?
No, Jonathan.
I hate this times. Can't get good Wi-Fi. Can't get good cellular service.
Oh man, you know how I feel on most of these streams. I'm usually the first one to have a fucking phone cut out.
Only way
A
you don't.
lot of it is location. If you got any mountainous area around you, or if you're,
Here
down
comes
between.
Mr. Bruce. Bruce.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
Did I get everybody?
No,
Hi, Dad.
Oh, sorry. Hi, son.
Andrew, look, the Martian's looking at you. At least on my screen.
Huh? Marvin the Martian's looking right at you, Andrew.
Martian?
Yeah, the background behind all of our pictures.
Yep.
You guys
Green
are
helmet.
tripping, Andrew.
Little guy
No
with the
eyes.
green hat.
You said Martian. You guys are tripping Andrew out.
Nick,
Well, if
Martian's
you
coming.
That little guy down there with the green hat on, his name is Marvin the Martian. He's an old
He's an
cartoon.
a-hole. He's an
No, he
a-hole,
isn't.
Andrew.
No, he
He's
isn't.
not.
Get out of here.
He's gonna turn that ray gun against you if you keep talking about him like that.
That and
He's
his,
gonna disintegrate you.
Go, Martian, go.
Looking good, Andrew.
Yeah, buddy.
I will pay my propeller.
Got another propeller to put on the back and some decals. How's Bruce?
Bruce.
Hi, Andrew, my man. Earlier today was kind of touch and go. It didn't feel good, and it was a
It was a day.
bad sugar day, and a bad this day, and a bad that day, just a bad diabetes day. So I said, screw it, went back to bed.
Made it into a good day.
Yeah, so it turned out to be a good day.
Sometimes just taking a little bit extra rest helps.
Yeah, well, I've been pushing myself pretty hard the last 4 days, so catching up, and I knew it would.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah. Listen to your
Well,
body, man.
I'm old and hard-headed, and neither of those are
Same
very
problem.
good for you.
My mom
Yeah.
says I'm hard headed.
My back's been messed up since last week Thursday. You know what I was doing this afternoon? Mowing the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I went out this morning, pulled a bunch of weeds, and I probably shouldn't have been doing that.
Oh
my
man,
mom
my
was
dad's
outside using the weed blower to get rid of most of last fall's dropped weeds and shit. Won't be
Yeah, my
long.
hand-
We'll be having that green grass to worry about.
My hands are hurting, and yeah.
Oh, my hands hurt all the time. That's kind
Brad.
of back to life.
Well, my feet hit the floor when I got up, so I figured it was a better afternoon. Oh, I forgot. Did I hit the like button, Jeff? I'm sorry. Let me go do that.
I don't know. Did you?
No, I did
Oh,
not.
you?
I'm a bad
Oh
Bruce.
my god.
Yes, I did.
Kids
No, but-
these days.
Kids these days.
What type of example are you for me, Dad?
Make sure you cover it up. Make sure you cover it up good.
I can no
Hey,
longer.
that's good, Don. Mine was 5.3 last one I just had done.
A1C, yeah.
My doctor gave me an A++.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
She goes, now let's see if you can hit 4. I went, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you have to starve to death to hit 4.
She always wants less.
Well, yeah.
You got it down. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my insulin, I got back down on my insulin. I went from 44 units to 15 now on my every meal. And I dropped to 15 on my long term.
15 on long term? Wow, that's a lot. Dad only gets 11.
Yeah, I went from 60 to 45.
That's
my
a
long
considerable drop.
Yeah, well, I've also lost 30 pounds of weight. She was happy about that too.
That's good. Yeah, Dad doesn't have that problem. He's a little guy.
Mike.
But I was just sitting here eating popcorn, watching you guys, so I had my movie and my show, popcorn.
And Jess popped in.
It's little Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mikey. Hey, Cliff.
I'm not-
Chuck.
Oh, we got Snappy
Yeah.
Snail, Mini Mike. Okay.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
a
that
crowd.
worked. Or, Target Lady. Target Lady.
Yeah,
Hey,
hey, Target
Kyle, I
Lady
didn't
and
see
everybody
you.
else.
The Cracker Crop Duster.
She said she doesn't relate with the Target lady.
If you watch the Target Lady commercials,
Well, she said that she doesn't relate with it. I remember her saying that.
That was originally a Saturday Night Live skit.
well, Target's doing commercials with it now.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
There we go,
Hope
Mike.
they
Now
got
I
permission
got
to
you.
use it.
Oh, I don't
Well, they
like
got
that.
her. I mean, they've got what's her name isn't doing it. Same person.
It's not me, I swear. Okay.
I don't watch TV, so I never see commercials. So
Well, I
me
see them on. They pop up on my YouTube feed all the time.
I
That's
don't
right.
have that
Don't pay
problem on
attention to
YouTube
'em.
either. I don't see ads on YouTube.
That's what I know about them. They pop up on my YouTube feed all the time.
Pay attention to commercials or ads. That and I only watch really 2 channels: the Motor Trend channel and the channel that shows Scooby Doo late at night.
Yeah, the only time I watch TV is if there's something interesting on when I pass my dad's TV. I'll
I'm
stop for
too
a
cheap
minute
to pay for the
check it
commercial
out.
for YouTube.
Yeah, I won't pay for that either. I just don't pay attention to them.
When
I
they're
used to have my ad
when
blocker.
they're 60% of what you're watching, you'll pay for it. Believe me. I run ad blocker on every other site.
Well, they made us take the ad blocker off.
Yeah, on here.
I am about to pay for that YouTube Music Premium. I'm starting to get irritated hearing ads every time I go to click on something in my truck. I know my dad just paid for it because he just figured out the Bluetooth on his Harley.
How was this, Ryan?
Let me see.
Dookie, start over.
All right, so now it's still connected, but you can push it up. Yep.
Yep, you can push it up and slide your transmission back.
Yep. So now you test fit the body and the chassis, and then you slide your motor in there to see how far up it's going to go. And you try to wedge it so that it'll stay that high up, and then you try to secure it so it stays there.
Roughly where the brush is, I cut it back to there. So there's like these little square blocks on here, but
Yep.
But on the other side, it's that.
Right. But like I said, you don't want to go so far back. You only need enough to get it to flex. But now you have to be careful that you don't push it so hard that you make the whole chassis do a frown. You want to keep your chassis flat and square while lifting that up until it starts to pull the chassis up. You don't want too much. Otherwise, you'll have to cut straight down almost, leaving a little smaller piece on the top so it'll move freely a long ways. But that should get you much closer. What's up, Josh?
And we'll have to do one more thing though.
Josh,
Hey, John.
Really test is cut out part of my,
Josh, if you want to tape that on a different night, I'm fine with it. Just that weekend is bad. My niece's graduation is that weekend. We can do it on a weeknight or something, and you can just broadcast it or whatever you want to do.
I don't have Prime, Jess. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Prime's on Amazon.
Oh. The only Prime I know is the damn drink I'll be drinking.
So you don't know about Optimus Prime? How dare you?
Oh, Transformers, obviously.
Well, even Prime now started putting commercials on Prime now.
Yeah, they have.
They want you to
I
pay
will-
extra if you want to go commercial free.
Yeah, I know.
It's not bad. It's like two. They put before your movie. They put like 2 commercials, and then they don't bother you for the rest of the movie. I don't watch any
I don't
series.
usually
on it,
watch
so-
anything on there. Once in a blue moon, when I can't get the other servers that we normally watch stuff on to work, we'll go watch it on Prime. But yeah, my
I'm already
friend
paying
that
for
lives
Prime shipping, so it doesn't. Yeah,
in- Right, it's already there.
it's already there, and then
I see you in the next stream.
they do some Prime
Later.
exclusive stuff like Coming to
Bye,
America.
Andrew.
Bye.
Later,
See you later.
Andrew.
Bye, Andrew.
Speaking of Optimus Prime and Transformers, they're coming out with that new Transformers movie I want to go see.
Yeah, it's animated.
Yeah, I want to go see it. I like the original, the 2000s, the one with the real ass people, the live action ones.
Talk about Bayverse.
Huh?
Talk about Bayverse.
Bayverse. What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't. Michael Bay movies.
Oh, Michael Bay. Okay, you said
Yeah.
Bayverse, and I was like, what the hell is that? Okay, I know who Michael Bay is. Yeah, those are good movies. I think those movies are the reason I'm into Linkin Park so much. freaking the only music that was used in the movies.
Hey, Josh.
Going on.
Hey.
A verse. Okay, I get it now.
What was that?
Is Josh just a loading screen for anybody else?
Nope.
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 Well, he's a loading screen and I can't hear him. God damn it! Not again.
You and your internet.
Your phone overheated?
I was just getting ready to ask that.
Oh yeah, Jess. That's what everybody's been saying. It's really, really good. For a video game TV show, it's really, really good.
Oh, kind of communicating with Mike in the background.
Tell him I said arf arf.
Okay, there we go.
He'll know what it means.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's still listening to the stream, just kind of bebopping back and forth with me. But then again, I don't know. He might only be on his phone, so he might only be able to do one thing at a time.
I don't know. I'm here. He's there. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
I just know I'm building a drag card. Still on it.
I know one thing, his sandy stick's done.
Bob, what in the world are you building? Is that a rail car? Oh, yeah, okay, I got it now.
Dragster.
Dragster. Well, I could only see half the frame. I didn't know what the heck it was.
Yeah, it's for Jonathan's Dragster group build.
Oh, there you go.
Might need to cut out a little bit of the rest of some of the floorboard. Because it's like it's under test fit, and it seems like it's hitting like transmission linkage stuff.
Just cut it off. You don't need that.
If you're not going to be able to see the linkage stuff, just take a file and cut it off.
Because
That's why I said just shave down the top of the transmission. I have to cut the floor.
I'm like Jimmy. Sometimes I do that. If it takes if I need just that one little bitty spot, I just file it down. I
Yeah.
don't try to alter the whole thing further if it's just one little bitty spot.
I ain't never gonna see it.
well, there is 4 transmissions I got here. 2 of them has the transmission linkage molded in to or printed in with it, while the other 2 don't. You have to put it on.
Oh, wow.
If you're not going to be able to see it, don't bother with it. I mean, that's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm with Bob. I'm with Jimmy.
If all you're gonna see is it on your shelf, then fuck it. It's like that dually I did. It's got a Bluetooth transfer case.
Yeah, you got to watch going up down hills and you lose reception.
Yeah. I do wish I would have been able to run some exhaust with that Duramax motor in it. I couldn't get. There was no way I was going to be able to run exhaust, and I didn't feel like cutting more of the firewall.
Well, like Nick says,
The ideal way to do that would be to do a different, take that body and put it on a different chassis.
Oh, this is funny.
The dually, I already had it on a different chassis. I didn't use that snap kit chassis. I put it on I used the chassis out of the big game truck. GMC lengthened it and Was gonna make it a 4-wheel drive, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, not everything needs to be a 4-wheel drive.
Oh yes, it does.
I'll say where I live at, you want 4-wheel drive.
Oh yeah.
I'd say for short, fat guys, you like the lowered trucks. You can't climb into them ass things.
Tall fat guy. I'll be all right.
No, standard 4-wheel drive, not something that's jacked up 60 feet in the air.
And that's something you need a step stool to get in.
Ain't nothing wrong with a factory 4-wheel drive that's only 1.5 feet off the ground, but still 4-wheel drive capable. I mean, look at the AMX Eagle.
You know, the manufacturers made them that high for a reason.
They had the articulation they needed. They had the ease of getting in and out, and you could go camping.
Yeah, like my truck's only
If I
2-wheel
need the
drive.
step
and I
ladder to
really
get
need
in
one
it,
here.
it's too big.
Exactly,
What's up,
Marcy.
Mark? Didn't see you there.
Hey, Mark.
Kevin, where's cousin Gary? Ride the wind.
Yeah, he's been around a couple of days. I don't know what's going on here.
Your cousin Jimmy?
We're just gonna play. We're playing into what Jeff says. Me and Kevin are brothers, and Gary's our cousin.
He's been on a trip, hasn't he?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Where is Waffle, by the way?
Jeff was here.
He learned in chat. He's somewhere.
Which I haven't looked at chat at all, just
I'll be right back.
He was on earlier today with Dawn, I thought. Or maybe that was yesterday.
Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
Oh, baby.
Do I have a vape in here I forgot about? Dude, I fucking smell one.
remember, kids, smoke tires, not drugs.
I know I don't have one in here. I haven't bought one in a week and a half. I fucking smell one though. I don't know.
Y'all guys think of a song that, like, the name of the song rhymes with the name of the band or the guy that did the song? I could think of only one. Oh Sherry by Steve Perry.
Rhymes with, but not the same. Yep. I remember listening to that back in the day with cassettes where you'd play it, pause it, write it down, play it, pause it, write it down, play it, pause it, write it down. And then I found out that because I used a recorded version off of the radio, when a buddy of mine had the actual cassette tape, all the lyrics were inside. I'm like,
all that hard work for nothing.
Well, it wasn't for nothing. I learned how to sing the song because of it.
Kept you busy, didn't it?
Oh God, for hours. I probably spent a month of my life writing lyrics and songs that way. Play, pause, play, pause, play, pause. On one of them flat tape recorders, with the little speakers and the cassette and then the buttons and the little handle.
Yep. I had several.
So here's another question. How am I going to get the transmission tunnel to stay where I want it so I can put the putty on?
You take a piece of sprue.
Put the motor in it. Use the transmission that's glued to the motor to keep it up.
Shut up, Jimmy. Let me tell him. If you take a spare parts sprue from your parts tree, shove it in lengthwise across from door to door at the very nose where the firewall is, that should prop it up, right?
Yeah.
Then you put tape underneath the transmission to the frame so that it's a backing wall that you can put your putty up against. Try to put some plastic in there or something to fill the gap a little bit so that when you take the sprue out, the pressure doesn't squish the putty out of there or crack it. But that's what I would do.
Eight-track tapes. Come on.
And time flies. Last time I looked at the clock, it was like 5 or 10 minutes after 9. It's almost 10 o'clock now.
Come on, man. It's only 6:53.
You don't count. You're on the West Coast.
It's only 8:53. What you mean, man?
You don't count either. Leprechauns either.
So I guess 10:53 doesn't count either.
Now
Good
you're my dad, so just not Jimmy's because he's a leprechaun. So
What was that?
I like how you just don't pay attention.
I think I might have to hop out of here for a couple of minutes and go BS with Mike in a private stream real quick, just to kind of hang out with him because we keep typing back and forth and I ain't building much. So
Maybe he needs to hop on here so y'all can talk or something.
Oh God.
well, did you forget what just happened on Rob's stream? This is a model channel. We don't talk about that here.
We talk about anything but politics here. Politics, the only thing is promoting.
Aw.
Pickle.
Hey, that's a good rule. Bob's got a good rule.
Aw.
I don't even talk about politics when I go vote.
I don't get to vote for president till 2028.
I got to vote this year.
My birthday falls like 2-3 days after election day, and that's when I turn 18. So.
I'll turn 18 on this August.
Been there a couple times.
You guys still have to do selective service cards, or they quit doing that?
I have no clue, actually.
Right, Edward.
That was the first thing I had to do when I turned 18.
It's not like they could probably do it all. Computers probably do it all now. You don't have to fill it out, I'm assuming.
I think we went to Social Security office and did it because I had to get.
Post office, I had to go to post office and do it. Fill out a card.
Maybe that was it. I knew I had to go somewhere because I had to show my Social Security card. Maybe it was why I thought it was Social Security office.
What? I didn't even know this existed. It's a model of the Goodyear blimp.
Oh yeah, it's got it's battery powered and it's got lights in it, and so the message sign changes. It sounds like a chainsaw when you use it, and then the gears strip out 20 minutes afterwards. But yeah,
That's comical.
That's
Sounds
reassuring,
legitimate, but
Bob.
that's comical.
That's reassuring.
it would be nice. They could repop it, with an LED type thing. It would be kind of cool. But
Right.
Well,
you
I
could
wouldn't
do
wire
LEDs
it.
with
I'd
that
just
part for nothing.
I'd
Was
just
it like
build it up
chain
good
driven
enough
or
to where I could
something?
just hang it on my roof.
No, you have to take it apart, and you put like 4 C-cell batteries in it.
Yeah.
Then it's got a motor and gears, and the gears are all made out of the same plastic as the model, the styrene gears.
Right.
So it sounds when it's running, and after about 10 minutes, it eats up the gears and it doesn't work anymore.
I was going to say, yeah. I can see that happening.
And you get a paper belt that you like light bright it, punch out the holes for whatever you want the sign to say, so as it rolls around.
Light bright it.
Like this, Ryan, with the sprue.
Yeah, anything like that.
Yep, just like that, enough to prop it up. And now you just fill in the void. Like if you take your garage sale sign, you can cut a triangle slip that's a little taller than the gap and glue it to the firewall.
Slide it in there. Yep.
Yeah, and then when you fill it with putty, you can do it underneath or over top or both, whichever. And then, like I said, when you pull that orange piece out, it'll have enough structure that it doesn't just collapse. It should hold it up there.
Almost gonna know if I need to cut in half because looking at my frame, look, it's slightly like curving.
It's doing the frown. Okay, so what you do, turn your torch back on and just heat up where it's still connected to the back of the frame, so that it wants to loosen up and it'll remove all the stress out of it. And then once it's cooled, you can pull that styrene out of there and it should stay exactly where you left it when it cooled.
In theory.
Well, it'll probably come down just a little bit because there's still some pressure and flex in it, but then your chassis should be flat and it should be sticking up a little bit.
So basically, kind of, I guess, leave the sprue in here and then heat it up here.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you're not trying to melt it. You just want it warm enough so it starts to flex, and then set it flat on the table and hold the four corners of the frame, inside the wheel wells, them four corners, so that your frame stays flat, and that part should stick up just enough.
Never thought I'd be hearing myself tell a child this. Go buy a cigarette lighter.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to use than that big old torch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's Mr. Wallace.
Matter of fact, you can go get you a grill clicker. One of these. I call them grill clickers. Except I take the button out because,
I did what you said, Dad.
I don't want to have to push that button down every time I want to use that thing. Okay, well, there it is.
Seems like with these lighters, seems like I gotta light. Like I can't do it with one hand.
Where's that? Here it is. Hey, man, you can borrow mine.
Jeez.
Dang,
I need
get
some.
that
I
kind of,
need some fluid in it, though. I'm out of fluid.
you get that kind of lighter too.
Mom gave it to me.
That's your lucky lighter, though.
I got that one and a butane one that's in my case with my NASCARs that says Dale Earnhardt on it.
Okay, well, I got to put some primer on that, and that means I got to move all this stuff.
I got a newer, like a new Zippo over here, but it doesn't have anything on it. But I like that St. Pat, the Shamrock one my mom gave me. They both need fluid in them, though.
Shut up, Moto.
Ba-ding.
Shut up, Moto.
Oh, you got it upside down, Jonathan.
That's why I put mine on silent.
Right, I usually turn it over, and I forget. It doesn't do
Yeah,
that.
I just go in the notifications for apps and turn off all the ones that are noisy all the time.
Well,
See, that's the direction, John. You want the chassis on the table flat, and then if you warm it up and push down in those four corners of the frame inside the wheel wells, it should stay flat. And then once it's cooled, it should stay exactly where it stopped without warping the chassis. I'm only guessing, but it should have been long enough since you had it heated up and cooled off that you should be able to pull that screw out of there and see that it stays popped up. All right. It's not going right back down where it was. Yep. There you go. Now test fit the motor again to see if we need to go higher and make more room or less.
And when it comes to customizing, Jonathan, constant test fit.
Yeah, it don't matter what you're building. If you ain't test fitting, you ain't building.
Before, during, and after.
Yeah, I'm going to have to still cut out some of my floor because it's part of the.
They're still cutting out, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to test fit this engine in there.
Oh, no.
night, Donnie.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow might actually cut, get it extended and widened.
Right, Donnie. So now the motor slides back closer to the firewall, right?
Oh, I put it on upside down. That's why. We can fix that.
Yeah, that's working too, isn't it, Edward?
Oh. Every shit that looked cool. 71 Plymouth GCX.
Hey, busy. Don't you just get lines?
I think this is the same one as the Dom's charger. Yeah, it is.
Sitting there looking for my glue cap, and I can't find it.
It's the last place he left it.
It's stuck to your
Right.
dad's car keys and he left.
There it is.
Found it.
Yeah, underneath the front end of a Pontiac GTO Judge.
Oh,
There
it
you
was
go.
being judged, was it? I hope it was by a
I
12
take
of
that.
its closest peers.
Take that back. Wrong cap. I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed one that's got a bunch of glue in it. What I'm looking for don't have a bunch of glue in it.
Fafa, you still in chat? I think he is. But I just found 2 Pro Street kits that I'd like to get, but I don't know if $100 for both of them is worth it.
What one?
It's the White Lightning Pro Street Firebird and the Mean and Nasty Pro Street Camaro.
Is that the yellow Camaro?
It's the same as the yellow Camaro, but this one's black with some red and yellow striping, and the White Lightning Firebird is white with the blue decals. Both older monogram kits.
I would say $100 for that. You'd be better off going to like Model Roundup and paying like 30 something a piece for them plus shipping. Just because
Model Roundup doesn't have them. These are older.
Just because they're pro stock kits, nobody wants to let them go for cheap when you can get them just as cheap as any other kit at a retailer.
And we're right back to the thing I always say: just because it's older doesn't mean it's more expensive.
Yeah.
I found the cap that was underneath the table.
Under the table.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here, guys. I'm gonna hit up.
Sounds good, Jonathan. Glad to
Rest
see
All
you
right.
making progress.
Yep. Rest up.
See you later, Jonathan.
Tomorrow,
See you, man.
Friday night hangout. And
See
enjoy
you
your
tomorrow.
day off from school.
See you tomorrow.
I got a professional learning day, so no school for students, but the teachers have to go. Ha ha.
When? Tomorrow?
What?
Tomorrow, that is?
The cook, bus drivers, and teachers have to go like
Yeah, tomorrow?
us go back at home.
Huh.
And after tomorrow, off won't be until election day.
Hey, we don't talk about politics.
That's not till like around the 14th or something.
Be right back again.
All right.
All I'm going to say is I know who I'm registering for.
We don't talk about that in this channel.
But there is one thing that we talk about on this channel is pickle.
Pickles.
Look,
Gotta
Morty.
I want to know the ending. I want to know what happened to Pickles.
Pickle got turned back into a human.
It was funny in my email back and forth with Mike. We were talking about pickles.
All right. See y'all guys later.
Later, Jonathan.
See you, man.
Bye, Jonathan.
Definitely coming a long ways with his model builds now that he's doing
Oh,
some
yeah.
custom work and figuring it out a little more.
He's starting to get a little braver with it.
It's just plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Throw away $30?
Well, he's not trying to build them in 2 days now.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm allowed to do that.
I mean, even that wasn't so bad because, I mean, we all got to start somewhere, right? We all have a history of it. So I call it par for the course, you know, but it was kind of a running joke for a little while, but we've moved up from that. And he's got garage sale signs now too, so he can have all kinds of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And he does seem like he's having a lot of fun. So that's awesome.
I say is I'm like 70% done with this dragster on day number 2. But, you know,
Yeah.
well, I'm not.
Yeah,
I haven't even started. I haven't even
You-
started the body yet.
The only reason you're on day 2 on it is because you didn't want to hand paint all the red stuff last night, or we would have went for another 2-hour stream.
I think that was the comment made.
Yeah, he was like, "Well, I'm at a standstill. I want to paint it, but that's a tomorrow project."
Well, and then I end up spraying it anyway today. I hand painted it, wasn't happy with it, so I just went back and sprayed the whole thing red, and then went back and picked out the aluminum parts.
I thought that's what you did. When I saw you painting the underside, I was like, "Wait a minute, that was Crow."
It is a
But
yen.
now it's got kind of like an anodized red look to it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I used the Duplicolor metal cast red on there.
Cool, cool.
They're candy red. So good. This is good stuff.
I love it myself. I actually had to order off of eBay to get the green. That was one color our store never carried.
I got the red, the blue, and then I've got what I got one more color of it. I don't remember what it is.
Purple or yellow or orange.
It's purple. I got purple.
Yeah.
It's almost empty. Purple one is.
Yeah, I've seen I want to say it was the yellow in the store, but I know there's an orange. I don't think I have the orange. And then, like I said, I saw the green.
Yeah, there's like a aquamarine kind of greenish stuff too. I think I had at one point. A light blue. This one's a dark blue. The one This one is the dark blue. I think there's a light blue one too. Like almost like an aqua color. I think that's the other one I have.
Yeah, see, here's my green and my yellow. Kind of looks teal on here, but it's actually the green.
Yeah, I think I had that one. I have that one somewhere.
But the orange is definitely more orange than this. It's kind of more of a coppery bronzish color. Turns out gorgeous. No, of course, I got the red, the blue, the purple. I really like them personally. And that yellow, let's see if I can find it here. Be under
Except for the Camaro I did. I painted it red with the red metal spec, which has the gold flakes in it.
Right.
And I went back over it with that red metal cast, and it turned out amazing.
Is this the one? Yep. All right. This car here. Let me share. Oops. Present. Keep clicking the wrong button.
Don't press the red one.
This
Well,
this
that's
car
the one.
here, if you want to share the screen real quick, I
Yeah.
sprayed it with a dark
Find one else.
metallic charcoal, and then I coated it with that yellow anodized, and you can see it's kind of greenish colored, but it turned out really freaking cool.
Yeah.
You can see the yellow in it and all the metal flake through it and stuff. And there's a good picture where you get that golden hue on it.
Yeah.
And then I also did, where's my Mopars? Roadrunner GTX. Should be this one right here. It's hard to tell, but I painted the whole thing in that same charcoal, and then I masked it off and did you can see the masking. I did the flames, and then the sides of the body are red, and then the top of the body is actually yellow. And you can see it's kind of got a greenish kind of hue to it. Should be a better picture in here somewhere. You can see the yellow there and then the red here. Turned out pretty wild. Except for the hood got all freaking orange peeled. But that's what you could do with that transparent coloring, man. Just spray it over top of an different undercolor base and changes everything.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Chuck. Yeah. I did smoking crack on that $100 price then.
Told you.
How much is usually the Revell Chrome spray?
That stuff just came out and everybody flocked to it like, oh, I gotta get some, And it
30
priced
something
up.
dollars a can.
30 something a can. Okay.
38 was
For
last
some-
I heard.
I, for some reason, heard someone say they were paid 40 a can. And I was like, whoa.
Well,
I wouldn't doubt it because demand drove the price up on it.
Because Model Roundup has it for $33.90.
And
That's
that would
about right.
probably be your best place to get it.
The Super Chrome that I use is about $30 a bottle, but you get a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And you can brush paint or airbrush that.
I don't know. I like that stuff from Green Stuff World.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's an alcohol-based ink.
I just got some of that. I got the airbrush one.
Yeah, the airbrush one's really good.
A friend of mine sent it to me.
I still need to order the Lincoln Pro Stock kit they just came out with. Watched HBI guys build it. Man, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a reissue. It's a good kit, but yeah, you can only build it as that. You can't build it any other way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd do it the gray, that old man gray they came in, but with the big fat ass tires.
I resemble that. Somebody called it a Viking beard the other day.
Hey, Kevin, I think Jeff did a video with Dawn earlier today.
I know Don had some pictures up on his Facebook page of him and his nurse,
Right.
just to prove she's not a big hairy dude.
$31 for a can. Oh man.
Yeah.
The Chrome spray, yeah, that's
Well, Terry too likes it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been using this one for about 9 months, and it's down. I'm down to about a quarter of a bottle left, so I need to buy some more. But I like you can just dip your brush right in it and paint it, brush paint it, or you can airbrush it. Either one, just straight out of the bottle.
Mine's down to the top of the label. And I've
I
used
need
a
to-
bunch of it. Brushing.
I need to try to remember where I got this paint from. It's Rust-Oleum Automotive Chrome. And man, this shit is pretty close to Chrome. Now, obviously, the Revell Chrome spray looks better, but this shit for $7 looks pretty good. And some quick dry shit too.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it.
They look
I
good
do.
for $7. $7, and it's a big ass can too.
What you think?
I think, yeah, buddy.
Pretty.
Does that look like a tonneau cover?
Yep.
It moved. It moved on me. But yeah. I like it a lot. I made that.
I
Cool.
saw that. I saw you be working on it.
Did you make it out of a epoxy sculpt or something?
No, he started with one and then just kind of shaved it down. And
Ah.
kept-
I just start stacking layers of plastic sheet out of my junk bag. I save everything.
That
ain't
kid
the only
used to be
one.
a hard top then.
So I seen one little spot right there. I need to put some more
filler.
this in. Spot putty, bundle spot putty. Other than that, I'm liking it. I like it a lot. That's why I say it's holding this thing up being finished, believe it or not.
So you're not putting a grill on it?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I have to be a smart ass, okay?
Yes. And I got the seats done. You know, it's got seats for the front. And it's got a steering wheel, a console, and glass. I actually bought a new glass because the old one was all fogged up across the top where they tried gluing it in. And I found one on EvilBay for $3, free shipping. Hey, why
Score.
not?
That's a score.
Yeah, mine.
Usually they always want $10 with shipping. Yeah, looks good, man.
And those are the wheels that came with it too.
They're like a super fine spoke.
Yeah, it's those turbine wheels, but I don't have the spinners.
Right.
Not like it without the spinners, so
looks good.
Yeah, everything except for that tonneau cover come with this car. Every bit of it, engine, shocks, the whole works. All I did was put it back together. Got the top off. Well, I did make some radiator hoses and a couple other things. But yeah, it's okay. It's not going to do it. Maybe right there. Yeah, it's the engine bay is all done. Like I said, all I got to do is just start slapping everything together. I re-chromed the chrome, and believe it or not, I did it around the license plate. What I did was I just brushed some more of this AK stuff on it.
I don't know. The trick I've been using lately is like cleaning off the chrome pieces really, really good, and then taking a black wash and just throwing it in all the cracks and crevices, and then just clean off the surfaces again. And it works, but
it's amazing what this stuff does.
Oh, see, that's too expensive for me. I just make my own wash.
Well, I do too, but I had to elect some government money, so I splurged.
Yeah, government money. Yeah.
Yeah, they pay once a month.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that's not what I thought you were talking about.
No, I haven't paid taxes in 10 years.
I
don't have to.
I think I'm on my third year of not having to pay anything. It's like weird.
Yeah, unfortunately, I still have to pay property tax.
Ooh.
That went up again.
Right, Kevin? Right.
Here's the Revell Chevy Beretta Pro Street.
Beretta?
Am I saying it right? Beretta, Beretta.
I still can't believe they have a model kit of that car.
It's a Pro Street.
That does not help its cause.
That's beautiful.
No.
Yeah, it's $40.
And it's even way too much.
No, I've seen that kit go for a lot more than that.
That's funny, Joe. No, it's all bare metal right now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Started out as an eBay glue bomb. I paid $12 for it, free shipping. And it was in pieces in a bag. Most of it. Oh, and I made the hood too, by the way. That is not a factory hood. That is my hood. It didn't have one. I made one. I might put layers on the bottom there to make the front edge.
There you go.
And just kept sanding it down till I got the profile I wanted, and put a small strip up across the top here. I'm not even gonna worry about putting Ford or anything on it. Matter of fact, I sanded the ones off on the trunk because they're so crappy anyway. You can't hardly feel them, but I don't see them. I thought, well, maybe it was just this kit because I just had it painted yellow, bright yellow, like it's floss. So I dug out the 2 other kits that I got, and the script on those are really sad on the hood and the rear deck. So I may try to print some.
Nice.
Not 3D.
Lewis, I don't think there's a person in this community who doesn't love and respect Andrew.
No, he's cool as hell.
He's a lot of fun. He's very inspirational, to say the least.
Yeah, we happy to have him around.
Yeah. He might
Yeah, he's
not
good.
be super talkative or anything, but he enjoys our company, and that makes him all the more welcome.
He's a good kid.
Might make him a little crazy, but he's all the more welcome.
Well, questionable.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't start repeating anything that comes out of our mouths, we're okay.
Oh well, that's irrelevant because half of the stuff we do say comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. He's a ray of sunshine, all right. I sent him a special shop card and a sticker. I asked Lewis, I said, well, did he get it? He said, yeah, the sticker's on his helmet. He didn't care about the card. He was excited about the sticker.
Lewis, I'm just curious. We know you have a Mrs. Entreverios, but how come we never get to see her?
She flashes through the screen every once in a while.
I
you
do get to
missed her
see
the
her
other
go
day.
by, but she doesn't stop and say hi.
You weren't here when she did that.
No, I wasn't probably.
No, she did a couple of days ago, a week ago or so. Was it Brian's live stream, maybe?
It's probably Brian's.
Yeah, I think it's Brian's.
Brian's very attentive to the backgrounds on people's camera.
All right.
Yeah, not even a walk up middle finger and then walk off.
You know what? That's one.
Drive-by insult.
Not even a drive by.
I got a dog that does that.
Yeah. Drive-by carpet bombing.
Here's that when they re-released the Beretta. Where was it? 12.
Okay, well, is it
Oh,
at least
damn, the motor in this thing looks fucking cool.
all right? Let's
And see, Jimmy, that's why Jeff gets on your ass about swearing, because of Andrew. He likes to watch the show even if he's not here with us.
Nah, I know.
I mean, a common placement of that word is one thing, but to use it unintentionally wherever you feel like it, yeah, that's a little much. I mean, I swear, I might not
Like
be
I
a
told
sailor,
Jeff, I
but-
don't even notice I really do it. Then he says something, I'm like, what?
About 12 years ago or so, I was hanging out with my spiritual advisor, and I had just happened to say something like I normally did, and he turned around and he stopped, he looked at me and he goes, dude, do you realize how low self-talk you have? I'm like, what? And he said the same thing I just said, but he said it to me. And he goes, do you feel degraded or less than? I'm like, well, I don't feel offended because we're having a conversation about it, but I see what you mean. I tell you that I'm a dumbass or a lowlife or this or that or incapable or unworthy, and therefore I tell you to treat me like that. And he's like, yeah, that's exactly it. So you need to work on that. And within the next month, I focused hard on watching what I say and how I say it about myself. And it made a huge difference, dude. A huge difference.
Yeah.
But it didn't fucking stop me from swearing. I can tell you that.
Somehow I knew that was going to be me.
You gotta say it like it is, you know.
Guess I should go buy a lottery ticket.
Well, that's cool. You know, tell Mrs. Ontiverios we much appreciate letting him have the kitchen table to hang out with us and to enjoy his hobby. His hobby. Easiest way to describe this community? It's like a monkey wrench, big enough to fit any nut.
Don't wanna be your monkey wrench.
Oh.
Marketplace is just shitting on me today.
Okay, now
60 bushels Beretta though. I watched a build video on that car though, so I know how nice it is. Maybe.
I don't think I need that. Nope, I don't need that. That's funny. You said that. I got blue spoons in my box.
Later, Chuck.
See you, man.
Later, Chuck. Have
Bye,
a great
Chuck.
show. Have a great show.
Hi, Chuck.
Don't
With or
forget to get
without
my
trophies.
49. Don't forget my 49 Merc.
Travel safe and keep them models safe.
I told him to pick me up a 49 Merc. That happens to be the theme of the show was Mercury's.
Yeah, it's the 75th anniversary of the 49.
Yep.
And that's why
Yep.
Kim's Customs is hosting the 49 Mercury group build. And I have the kit. I want to do it. I just haven't.
Well,
gotten
good
to
luck
it yet.
getting a hold of him. I tried for 3 months.
Who, Kim?
Yes.
Well, he had health issues.
Yeah.
That's why he said he hadn't posted anything. He just did a update video a couple days ago, a few days ago.
I don't know. I got tired trying to get a hold of him to join. You
Yeah,
know,
basically
so
all you got to do is do your I'm entering video and he'll catch it. Just tag him and he'll add it to his list.
I gave up, joined another one.
I've got that 49 Mercury kit. It's a really
I
nice
joined
kit.
Left Coast's 49 Mercury build, which I need to get back on that.
Uh-oh.
I even sent him a shop card.
Oh, is that AK Chrome, Bob?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great
Now-
stuff. I'm telling you.
Now just get to where you can clear coat it and stay like that. That'll be even better.
I use, if I need to clear coat it, I put Future on it first. Then I can hit it with the lacquer afterwards.
And it'll stay that
Oh,
shiny.
Yep.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Let it dry for a day or so, and then I can put the just like you would if you were going to dip a windshield or whatever
Yeah.
with that, and then after that's sealed, then you can clear coat it. The lacquer won't attack it because it's alcohol based. Once it sets up, it's good to go.
That's cool.
I've done mine after I painted it too. Gives it a little bit of a black look, which is what I like.
And you can paint it over anything. It doesn't have to be over black base. It looks better over black base, but it doesn't have to. Doesn't have to be.
Works on dark blue.
Yeah, it'll go over anything. But
Yep. I like it a lot.
Is anything good?
Yeah, a little bit from Louis in the chat there. I think that would be something might have missed.
That would be excellent.
I'm looking at Pro Stock kits still. I'm trying to find a parts one. I got a build idea I want to do, but I need one of the chassis from them old Pro Stocks.
you can use a NASCAR chassis to do pro stocks a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, my idea is I have one of J.R. Silvino's next gen NASCAR kits, and I think that body would look really cool as like a pro stock. But the only reason I haven't built the kit or messed with it was the one I got, the frame on it, or not even a frame, I guess it is on that kit. It's the underneath and a lot of stuff on it. It's warped up so bad, it's not even worth it.
Try straightening.
Like I feel like it looks like it got hot or some reason, and a bunch of stuff heated up or whatever. Because I had to heat up the body and fix the body too. And I got pissed off, shoved it in the box, and so I was building the kit for my brother. It's a Chase Elliott car. I got pissed, shoved it back in the box, and just gave him the money to go order the die cast for the car I was building them. Pissed.
Who's beating up their keyboard?
Me.
What the hell did it ever do to you?
It contacted me and said, "Tell me something." So I'm telling it off.
Shut up, Moto.
I'm making it pay for sitting on my model desk. I need this space. Go away.
That's why I have a 15-inch laptop. It's not in my way.
Well, honestly,
Behind my little bitty workspace.
I need one of them drawers that go under a desk, but I have
the
to
tray,
raise my,
yeah.
I have to raise my desk 4 inches because right now I can barely slide my hand between my knees and the bottom of the desk.
Oh,
Well, if I raise it up about 4 inches, then I can put one of them sliders under it. But the way I have it set up right now, I can't do that because, like I said, I need 4 more inches at least.
You be hitting your legs on it all the time.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I
mean,
got
I use an old lab table, and that's about what I got between the top of my leg, and the table is about 3 or 4 inches.
The only
maybe.
time I hit my desk with my knee is when I drop my knife and keep my feet off the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of jump
Yeah.
up and wrap your knee on the bottom of the table. Yeah.
Oh, was that relatable?
Yeah, okay.
Not the toes.
That's when I decided I wasn't using a fucking X-Acto knife anymore, and I bought a scalpel.
Yeah, not one that was round anymore. They got to
Nope,
be flat.
flat.
Yep.
This thing could roll if it wanted to.
Yeah, I always try to lock my knife in between my keyboard and the glue or the tweezers or whatever's on my desk so it can't roll towards me.
None of my paintbrushes aren't even round. They have the flat triangular center.
Yeah,
Or
I
a
bought some of
tapering
those.
section that flares out. It kind of has a flat piece, so they're not totally round. They can't roll away.
Zip ties. Magic word, zip ties. Round things don't roll with a zip tie on them. Everything I got that's round has a zip tie on it because I had it stuck on my leg once.
I could probably do that, but the only thing that, well, I do have a few brushes that are round.
But then I took Marcy's advice and bought some scalpels. So
Yeah, I
flat.
like the scalpel. You get the blades cheaper. You get them in bulk by the 100, and they're sharper. They last longer.
I actually broke one the other day.
Yeah, that can happen. I usually break them when I'm trying to take them off the handle. I wrap tape around them before I try to take them off the handle. That way it doesn't go everywhere if it breaks. But I've never broken one using it.
Oh, now Jeff shows up.
Yeah, it went in the
There he
little
is.
bottle.
Tell me why didn't I spray that while I had it? No, oh well.
This is going to be fun. Time to get out the other eyeballs.
Wrong one.
Again, Mikey, about a half hour ago, I asked him if he wanted to do a one-on-one chat real quick. He's like, no, I'm kind of tired, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, we'll do it tomorrow night. I've been sitting here chatting with him the whole fucking time.
It just takes a lot of practice to get right, Henry. Practice on spare pieces.
I don't know.
The only smoke that I've ever used, though, is
When I do them, I paint them from the inside and I just dust it on.
Yeah,
until I
always
get
on the
it.
inside.
I don't know. I've never used it, but I've heard that Tamiya one is one of the better ones out there.
If you want to spend the money on the real stuff, you could use that too. I've heard of people using it, but it's more expensive.
I use that Tamiya smoke.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the one on the Green Hornet, I smoked the backside of the glass. Like Bob said, I put it on the inside. I can't find the bottle though. I don't remember the number of it. Oh well. It's in here somewhere. I got some
It's
stuff scattered.
T71.
Pardon?
TS71.
Well, it's got to be up here. I'm putting in some new shelves, so I got.
Oh,
You
so
know how
put
it
it
is.
away.
You got stuff everywhere.
You know what I'm
I have
saying?
stuff everywhere now.
Yeah, well, I was trying to make an excuse.
Good luck. Really, that part that goes over?
I got one more rack to put up, and that one stops at 68.
Okay.
64, 68, 70, 78, 81, 84. So where's? Huh. It's MIA.
Or did you lose it?
Okay. So
Oh, Jeff, that's not very nice. Talk about my brother Kevin like that.
Huh. Because I bought a new bottle. I bought some doubles and some other stuff, and I put them away. I wonder if I stuck them all in the same box. I bet I did. I'll dig it out later.
Oh, and Jeff, I seen your short today about Outlaw. You said he couldn't see over the steering wheel of a car.
Yeah, I seen that. That's cute.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Jeff? That thing on your face is big enough to be a carport too. Love you, Mike.
Damn it, I just had it on the top of my head. Where'd it go? Good thing for a messed up memory. Gets me in trouble and gets me out of it at the same time.
I just tell my mode.
Yeah, you can only get away with that one so much, though.
My mom's friend went through a stoplight once. Her name was also Marge, like my mom. They called them the twins. Anyway, so she drives through this stoplight, right? The cop's sitting on the corner, and he gets behind her and pulls over. He says, "Don't you know you run that stoplight?" She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "But you know you're not supposed to do that." She goes, "I can do that. I'm old."
I don't think that gives you permission.
He just stood there for a little bit, handed her back her license, told her to get home. Yeah, I guess he didn't know what to say to that.
Right? What do you
My
say
mom,
to that?
my mom was sitting there busting, trying not to laugh. That's how come I know the story, because my mom told me the story. I like that. I'm old. I can do that. Awesome.
You know, there was
okay,
a
so nobody has these decals for this car, so I guess we're going with a different.
you're talking about the dragster, right?
Yep.
Like I
One
said,
thing I
I'm
got is
pretty
the swampland stuff.
I'm pretty sure I have some Don Garlett decals, but like I said, they're either from the Windjammer or the Swamp Rat. But basically, the contingency stuff would be the same.
Well, that I've got tons of contingency decals around here.
Right.
Around
It's,
here.
it's just the main part where it says Don Garlett's and stuff, right?
So the other option I have, yeah, the Big Daddy, the Dodge, and the Don Garlett's, and then the So I may just switch and do the Kiss My Ass decals instead.
There you go.
That would look cool on the top fuel.
Then I can still paint it black and do those.
Right.
'Cause I've got plenty of the contingency decal stuff from all those other cars that I've got around here. I got plenty of Moon Eyes and all that kind of stuff. Hurst and
Jeff, Kevin can't be dreaming. You're here.
if I make it a Kiss My Ass car, then I can put whatever I want on it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, those are pretty yellow, huh? Holy
Well,
crap.
they're not they're yellow. They're the Revell, so they're going to have the glue booger disease. I know they will.
Right.
And on a black body, that's just going to show up really bad. They're not really yellow,
Yeah.
but I know that the glue is going to be bad on them,
Mhm.
and you can't hardly get that crap off of them.
Hey Bob, you're on the syndicate, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you take a photocopy of that and send it to Dominic and have him print you out a set? Because that guy's got the LaserJet printer. He might be able to help you out. And no, you actually no, you're not near him. But I'm just saying that's an option for you.
Yeah.
I know. I think you know who he is, right? He posts a little bit on there.
Well, I've got an inkjet printer here. I could inkjet print them, but that's a pain in the butt too. And I've got plenty of like contingency stuff.
Oh, okay. I was trying to help you, but you know.
Yeah. I just go with the I like the senior idea, doing the Kiss My Ass one.
I was about to say you can put Terry's garage or whatever it was on the side of it.
I got all kinds of flames and stuff too I can put on there. And I got a bunch of Moon Eyes and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Hurst Champion. I got a bunch of that stuff. Those are Chevelle. I've got that whole sheet from when the left over from the NASCAR kit too. That I didn't. Yeah, there's some Moon Eyes. There's a Raceway. I can't even read it. It's so small. Orange County International Raceway.
I love that movie, Orange County.
Edelbrock, FTP, Pennzoil. Yeah, I got enough stuff here. I could put it together. Keith Super Service
Still hasn't
Daddy-O.
gotten his tractor.
Yeah, we'll still. I think I'll still do a black body on it, so we can go ahead and paint it black. That was my big concern, was if I had to go with a different decals, I want to paint the body a different color.
Right.
Oh, I get that, dude.
Jimmy's watching TV again. Damn it, Mike.
You got Herbie the Love Bug decals. I can put Herbie the Love Bug decals on it.
Oh, jeez.
The red, white, and blue stripe and the big 53.
There you go.
Hmm.
Ooh, how about a Terry's Toy one? There we go.
I look cool.
Instead of doing the Camaro, do it.
Too bad there isn't a decal that says expensive. You can break them apart and say Terry's expensive toy. Because running the top fuel dragster is not cheap, I can tell you that.
I've got 2 sets of those, so I can do that. I can do that. Still do the Camaro. I can do the. There we go. I like that idea. Terry's Toy 2.
There you go.
There you go.
Terry's other toy. That sucks, Boston, getting to run around on the tractor. I agree, Kevin. If Boston doesn't do a little shorts video of him popping a wheelie in his new lawnmower, I'm mad. All this hype to get a new tractor. I want to see the wheelie.
No.
And then he'll be like, should I call the company ahead of time and let them know I need a new gearbox, or should I just do it?
Just do it.
I agree, Boston. They give you a window instead of a date and time.
They got Ram, Bardall, Borg Warner,
Gotta have a wins.
Kelsey.
WYNNS. Gotta have a wins.
Grain Cams, Holly Carbs, Champion Spark Plugs, Moroso, Pennzoil, Mallory Ignition, Monroe Shocks. You got
I don't think Monroe Shocks would be a dragster sponsor because they don't use shocks.
there's Elbrock, Campion, Simpson, Borg Warner, Frame, Holly, Krager, Competition Cams, Goodyear, Pennzoil, Moon Eyes, Hooker. That one I can't even read. Drag News. Here's my 2s where if I do the Terry's Toy 2, I can steal from the Thumper 2. Yeah, so we got enough freebies. Put a big old pony on there. Yeah, here we got Mallory, Mr. Gasket, Cyclone, AC. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. Excel, Valvoline, Shell, Holly. We got plenty. We can make it work.
All right.
Awesome.
You can do it, Bob.
Then at once I even had the Orange County Raceway on there, so I can even put those on there.
Nice. Now, it seems you're going slightly custom. Are you just going to do a single color body or have some kind of graphics on
Well,
it?
I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the black the way it was supposed to be.
Right.
Just simply because it would be the easiest to do, and it'd make all those white lettering show up real well.
Yeah. White and yellow. I think I'm gonna hop out for a little bit and go hang out with Mike for a little bit before he does wind down, because he's a night owl like me, but he said he was tired earlier. And obviously,
Yeah, we'll
he's not
give
tired.
us about one more hour or so.
All right. Well, if I don't return before you guys leave, it's always been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow if you're not back. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get about
Sounds-
another hour.
Sounds good, man. Later, y'all.
All right,
Later,
see you, man.
brother.
Nothing's new in chat. Edward and Kevin are talking about rubber dicks.
All right, Edward.
Yeah.
So why am I missing a brush here? Make a mistake and put it in here.
Okay. Got all the body parts on that one sprue? I think so. Got the fuel tank and put it together. Chrome bits. Save the lacquer. Save the lacquer.
I'm sure there's supposed to be a brush there.
We're going to paint it with Universal Black. Mute myself so you don't have to listen to the innate rattling.
Well, our resident talker left.
Right?
I'm missing a paintbrush and I don't know where it's at.
It's behind your ear.
That's funny. Oh well. Oh, I'll find it later when I don't want it.
Yeah, right. That's always how that works. Oh, man, there we go. I think this epoxy sculpt is just about it.
Okay.
Well, that worked. I can't believe that worked. When that dries, that'll hide that. Cool. I'll have to get another coat to unpeel. Yeah.
And put that there.
I was going to try to freehand that chrome around these door cards, and that's just not going to work. We're going to be doing some taping.
Gotta have your caffeine balance just right to do that.
Yeah. Well, got to have two good eyes. That helps. That leaves me out because I only have one half of a good eye. But that's okay. We manage. That's not square one. That's not square one.
Okay. So we are done with the dragster for tonight.
Let's see if there's any more NFL stuff.
Need to let the paint dry.
Damn, we're still not done with the first round. Holy crap.
Well, that one's drying. We'll work on this other one. Will you?
I should be working on something, but I don't know what I'm working
Ooh, kidney stones. I hate those. Been there, done that 3 times.
Yeah, cider vinegar will help, but definitely want to run that past the doctor.
Well, that was like the worst thing I've experienced in my life was passing kidney stones. Well, other than putting the camera back in there to see where they came from.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing of it is too, with guys, a stone that's 4 millimeters or larger can seriously damage your body.
I was told that's the closest thing a guy will ever know of having a kid.
I'm sure it's probably comparable because I've done both, and honestly, I'd rather have a kid.
Right.
I mean, what happens with me with my back hurts worse. It definitely falls into that same map. I'd rather have a kid than have that pain.
Yeah, well, where they come out at, it's not a good zone.
Yeah, it's a very narrow depth.
Yeah, very,
Like
very
anything,
narrow.
anything bigger than a 4 millimeter can really mess you up.
Well, nowadays they have medication they can give you to help shrink it. They say.
No, it doesn't shrink it. It actually makes them disintegrate on their own. But yeah,
Well,
water, lots of cranberry juice, cider vinegar if she can tolerate it, and get these to the doctor. If you definitely want to have an antibiotic and whatever else she's able to take based on her other medications. That's something that's definitely an important factor.
What up, Too Tall?
hey, too tall.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's not pretty, Kevin. It's extremely painful.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Because they're jagged and they cut and tear on their way out.
Yeah, they look
Yep.
like little starbursts.
Go search a picture on the internet.
And
Look like golf balls with nails sticking out of them.
Basically, yeah.
and it's like the bloody clot coming out. It's like cottage cheese. It's not.
Yep.
The only thing that hurt worse was them shoving the camera back in there to see where they were coming from.
Oh, I'm sure on that one.
Well, this was 20 years ago. I'm sure they've had a lot of changes since then. I went to the hospital emergency room. The girl goes, well, we only have a lady doctor on call today. I said, I don't give a damn who she is. I need help. I'm tired of this pain. First
Well,
female
that does
doctor
make
I
a
ever
difference
had.
for some people.
You what, Marcy?
I said that makes a difference for some people.
Yeah, I know it does, but it doesn't to me.
But I mean, in a situation where you actually need a physician, I really don't think that matters.
I said, I don't care. I just want you to get rid of this pain.
And what about me? I've seen them, you've seen them. We all know what they look like.
Right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's
She's
not
ain't
like
done
it's a
anything
new,
before.
it's not like it's a new thing or anything.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Well, I think.
I have 3 doctors that are females.
Doesn't matter to me either way, but what bothers me is when you get one, especially if you're a woman and you get a male physician and they don't listen to what you're telling them.
Right.
It's like, motherfucker, you ain't living in my body. Those things on the side of your head, do they work? I actually sent one out of a room in ER. I was like, send me somebody with a brain.
I can see you doing that.
Got a sweet little East Indian lady come in the room. She says to me, why are you so mean? I'm like, why is he an asshole? She's
What
like,
was he doing?
she just nodded her head. She didn't say nothing else. And we went about our business and everything worked out just fine.
She already knew the answer.
Uh-huh. And she was too nice to say it out loud. So I did it for her.
Yeah.
What was he doing to piss you off that bad?
Telling me something about my body like he was living the fucking experience. Just like that lineman that told me there was something wrong with my computer, my equipment, or the wiring in my house when I built my computer. Had Cat 5 running in the crawl space all through the house, which was all brand new. And I told you guys about that. Made the comment of, what do you carry on your truck? Cat 3? You know, get your ass back up the pole, do your job, because it's not my stuff.
I don't know. Sometimes I think people need to hear that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Now it's a problem that's as old as humanity. You know, there are a large amount of men who don't listen to women at all, even when they're right. I don't know how many times I've had a mechanic try to tell me some bullshit about my car when I turned around and, you know, rattled it right back off to him. I'm like, look, it's doing this, it needs this, do it or I take it somewhere else. I'm only here because I don't have a garage to work in and the tools to do the job. But yeah, to have some doctor tell me that he knows better about my body, yeah, nah, go fuck yourself, bro. You're not in here. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I've had that same problem with male doctors.
Now, hell, I even had one that told me because of some of the issues I had, I'd never be able to get pregnant. I looked at him and was like, challenge accepted. Every time I got pregnant, I called him up and asked him if he wanted to go out to lunch. Like, dude, I'll buy. You were wrong.
I don't know. Doctors are just educated guessers. That's about all they are anymore.
Yep.
I had a doctor tell me I'd never have any kids. You know, we both had the tests.
Mm-hmm.
Every year I had we had 7 kids, so every year I had one, I called him up and reminded him.
Yeah, well, it's like with mine. He swore up and down I'd never be able to conceive. It's like, okay, challenge accepted. I had 4. It's like, I could have kept going, but I was good at 4. I had my last one when I turned 30. And I'm not too old, but I can't enjoy playing with my grandchildren.
Yeah, you spoil them and send them home. I love that part. Can we stay all night, Grandpa? Nope. Go home.
No.
We don't do overnighters. I've gone over their place and stayed overnight because their mom was working 2 jobs at one point, but they don't come stay over here. I don't have a room in this house. But I do take the little one quite often because he's a handful. He's 7 and he's on the spectrum, so he's like a human pachinko ball. He's either asleep or he's bouncing all over.
Time to go home. Bye-bye.
That'll work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Boston.
Get out the Marcy tool.
What, the hammer?
The tool.
Hammer. What the heck wrong
It
with
could
you?
be any number of things, honestly. It could be a hammer, a baseball bat, crowbar.
I was
Chair.
referring to the flat thing.
Scalpel.
Yeah, the nice thing about scalpels, they're not going to roll off your desk and impale you in your leg or your foot
Or anything else important.
because the handles are flat.
Yep.
It's not going to keep you from dropping it and doing that, but at least it won't roll off.
Yeah, most knife injuries at the workbench are from rolling off. So that definitely greatly reduces the possibility.
We're trying to cut through a really thick piece of plastic.
Keep your work on the desk, man. Use the right tool for the job, because if the plastic's really thick, you're not supposed to be using a hobby knife or a scalpel. You should be using a very large pair of cross cutters, not your good nippers.
Or like my lazy ass, a Dremel.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, I know one thing. Next time I stab myself, I'm just going to grab my super glue.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
make
I still
sure
need
to make sure that you do let the wound bleed just a tiny bit. Make sure there's no debris in it.
Yep.
And then glue it up.
And then open your swear jar because it hurts like hell, but it works.
Yep.
I need to go back through Brian's lives and find the freaking live where I sliced my finger open. Freaking stood there for most of the life cleaning blood off the damn bench and bitching about the super glue in my finger.
Sounds traumatic, dude.
Oh, I cut it good. Freaking, I was scraping and I was cutting something with my X-Acto knife, and it was a brand new blade. So
At
freaking,
least it was a clean cut. That's another thing to do. If it was dull, it would have torn and made a bigger mess.
Oh, it sliced the fuck out of my thumb pretty good.
That's like when that fella rolled off the desk and stuck in my leg straight up and down.
Ow.
Yeah, all the way to the top where the blade goes in. That was a brand new spanking blade. I just put it in and laid it down. And it started rolling, and I just closed my eyes.
Instead of jumping. Most people jump frantically.
Or try to catch it. That's even worse.
Yeah, try to catch it.
Well,
That would be even worse.
I have a bad habit of sitting with my legs crossed like this, and I knew it was going to hit something, or yes. But I'll tell you what, I've never seen blood shoot a foot in the air.
Good sharp knife.
That night I did. I mean, it was shooting everywhere. I pulled it out, and I thought, this is not good.
If it was actually like literally squirting out, you'd probably hit the artery.
I did. And I went through a half a roll of paper towels trying to get it to stop. And I finally got it to slow down. I wrapped it up with electrical tape and drove myself to the hospital.
How many stitches did you end up with? Or did they just glue it?
I got there, and 20 minutes later, they finally looked at it. That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
And he said,
you managed to stop the bleeding on your own, so they didn't prioritize it.
yeah. It's exactly what he said. He said, once you got it stopped, he said, all you needed to do was glue it back together. You got glue at home, right? I said, yeah. I said, I build model cars. Because you want to know how I kept my leg like that. I said, X-Acto knife. He said, oh, you build stuff. I said, yeah. It was funny. But yet it wasn't.
Okay.
So what do? I go out and buy scalpels. It's even sharper.
Yeah, but you got reduced odds of hurting yourself with it because it's flat.
Yeah. And I make sure I keep it away from the edge. As you can see, right, it's in the middle of the desk.
And it'll also be a super clean cut, so it should close right up by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have super glue. I have super glue. I have more super glue. Yes. And there's always electrical tape. A mechanic's best friend, electrical tape.
That's what we wrapped around my head with paper towels when I cracked the back of my head open.
Yep.
Freaking again, me and my brother wrestling, and I smashed my head against the edge of a windowsill and cracked the back of my head open. That's why I keep the back part of my hair poofier and longer, or it's always been long, but poofier than the top of my head. Freaking, you can see the scar pretty damn good.
My cabinet didn't hit no bones when it stopped. It was all the way to the hilt. That's what stopped it. Matter of fact, it was this exact old knife right here. I mean, it was all the way up to the end right there. I mean, it wasn't bleeding until I pulled it out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know how you just kind of sit there dumbfounded for a bit. It's like, okay, now what? Let's do this. Wrong answer.
Nah, I took my nap earlier, Jeff.
Me
I think that's the
too.
bad. That's the bad habit I'm in currently. I'll be up all night, go to school, come home, take a nap, go to work, and repeat.
Welcome to
Sounds
life.
about right.
So why the heck are you going home and taking a nap?
I've started being up all night on these things. Up all night, go to school, come home, take 2-hour nap, go to work.
Boy, man.
I'm telling you, the Mexicans got it right. Take a siesta, man.
Hey, it's a nice ass siesta.
When I worked at Walmart, we got an hour for lunch. Of course, that's 2 hours. That was 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'd eat my lunch and I'd sit back in the seat and I'd sleep for a half hour.
No, see, I can't do that. Even now, I can't even do that.
Oh, I can. No problem. When my head bounces off the desk, I think it's a problem. And that's what it was doing earlier today. It bounced off the desk, and I said, okay, I'm going back to bed.
I've always been a pretty good napper in school. I got good at using both my arms to keep my head up.
When I was going through school, I'd average about 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night.
That's what I do now.
Yeah.
Well, I got to have 6 or my machine complains. Are you still using your CPAP? I said, yeah, I can't divorce the damn thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, those things, you got to have them.
Well, when I did my initial test 10 years ago, they said, you died 3 times last night. I said, I did? Yep. Technically, you were dead. You wasn't breathing for 3 minutes. I said, what?
Yeah, my mom's going through the whole test for all that crap.
Yeah, test work suck. They strap all that shit on you and then they expect you to
Then
try
they
to sleep.
expect you to sleep, yeah.
Yeah, I went to the hospital and they put all that crap on and said, you got to drive home. I said, why not
no,
tell
they
the cop
kept
when I
doing
get pulled over?
I'd stay in the hospital when they did it.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, the insurance company wouldn't pay for me to do it in the hospital. I had to do it at home. Because it was too expensive. Oh, well.
And I don't know how they could tell if I needed it or not because I didn't sleep the entire night with all that shit plugged into me. And
Yeah, you can't move
mask
around.
on,
And it's like,
mask on, pushing 20 psi into your nose all night long.
that would keep me awake. I would not be able to sleep.
Off like that.
So I was there about 4 o'clock in the morning. I just pulled the damn thing off and said, "This is done. We're over."
Mine was a mask over my mouth and nose.
Yeah, it looked like an oxygen mask, like a pilot wears, is what
Yeah.
they had.
That's what I have now too.
They've
They want to
actually
give you one that you
changed
step in
it.
your nose. I went, I don't want that thing stepped in my nose.
They've got new tech out that doesn't have all that hoses and crap anymore. You should see if you're eligible to get it.
I'm eligible for what I have, and that's it.
There's so much red tape and all that stuff too. So
Yeah.
The only reason I think they had me on it, they saw I had good insurance and that they could get lots of money for it.
yeah, right.
Ooh, we can bill 10,000 for this testing. Let's do it.
My my mom, while she's still in rehab, you know, it's like these nursing homes, man, and rehabilitation centers are a joke. Jimmy's the proof Boston and Kevin had a child. That's funny.
That's actually nothing new.
No, Jeff, get it right. Me and Kevin are brothers. Gary, shit. Gary Ride the Wind's our cousin, and Boston's the neighbor kid we let hang out with us.
Can Mikey come out and play?
No.
Hey, Jack's mother.
Get all the sleep I need when I'm dead. All right.
Yeah, well, you say that now. Okay.
Okay.
Jeff, you're nuts.
Wow.
I ain't claiming none of you guys. Nah. You better have DNA testing first.
He's King Daddy.
Yeah, it's more like daycare. Yeah.
That's what you said the other day, Jeff.
Oh, that's bad.
Don't care.
The next thing you know, Jeff will be over there looking windows again.
Yeah, he does.
Jeff was the kid that licked the windows and stuck the crayons in his nose.
Well, I just licked the windows, but I did stick my nose crayons in my nose.
They're your sperm bank kids, Pop. Ouch.
Dr. Humphrey says, I'm getting tired pulling these crayons out of your nose. I said, yeah, but I get ice cream later. There was a reason to the madness.
Damn good reasoning there.
Couple crayons in the nose for some ice cream? Hell yeah.
The thing is, I shoved it up there so far one time he almost didn't get it out.
Fuck fires the party, please. Oh, we're in trouble then.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say anything to that.
Fuck party police is there. Everybody ditch the shit.
Quick, it's Waffle, run!
Don't ditch the stuff. You gotta give it to them so they leave you alone.
It's the fuzz.
Okay, that looks better.
It's like when we were in high school having a road party. Everybody knew that you come down the road, you turned your headlights off and just ran your parking lights. So anytime a car came down the road with their headlights on, you knew you had to ditch your stuff.
Yep.
Right. Or the farmer was coming to check to see what was going on in his pasture.
Mm-hmm.
There was always that part.
That was a county road that we're out on, but they always knew if the car coming down the road had the headlights on that something was up. It was one of those gravel roads that if you were doing 15 on it, you were speeding. Or you were looking to get your front end realigned, one or the other.
Yep.
Damn washboard. So yeah, if you come down it with anything but your parking lights on, we knew it was somebody that shouldn't be there. Or that we didn't want to be there.
That happened once. Kid forgot to turn their lights off. Everybody's pouring out their booze.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dead man.
Yeah. He was not welcome any longer.
When I'm not here, but at the
Simple
rate.
task, and he failed.
God, we had someone do that to us. Fucking, we're all down at the little creek spot we have partying. One of the assholes thought it'd be a good idea just to run over and yell, "Cops!" Oh my fucking god. We all scattered. I freaking grabbed all the alcohol, threw it in the creek, and took off. Freaking asshole, there were no cops.
At this road in the creek, that's where we left it. We kept it there so it stayed cold.
Mm-hmm.
Kept your beer in the creek.
Now we had it in the cooler up by the, not up by, well, yeah, by the fire. We had a big bonfire going.
We didn't bump it going, but yeah, you kept the beer in the creek because it was a cheap way to keep it cold.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. We've drug a couple couches up there.
That's all right.
Found some couches on the side of the road. We drug up there one day and we got a little hangout spot.
Back in the creek, we had a spot dug out just deep enough for a pony keg to sit down in the water. Sit in there with just about 3 inches of the top of the keg sticking out of the water.
That'll work.
Kept that beer cold if you could drink it.
Better.
I remember being so fucking pissed. We all got out of there, and like an hour later, I get the text message. There were no cops. He was just fucking with us. Like, are you serious? We all just ditched everything we had.
Yeah. It was a different time, Jimmy, for us, unless somebody actually called and complained they didn't come looking for you anyway. In fact, they let us have our graduation party in the park. They figured they'd rather know where we were all at and could keep an eye on us. We had kids there too. They figured it was easier to know where everybody was at and keep an eye on them than it was to try and bust 100 people or 150 people.
Yeah.
Freaking first time the cops tried to raid one of the parties we had down there, they it's down like this little dirt trail, and only a certain few of us that can drive back there with our 4-wheel drives. You definitely need four-wheel drive to get back there. So my truck, I can't get it back there. And first time we got fucking busted up in there, the dumbass and the cop, it was in a Taurus, went back up there and got stuck. We're gonna have like 4 cop cars stuck back up on the trail while they were trying to come bust all of us.
That's funny.
I fully believe that is why Collinsville, where the party spot's at, they just got like 4 or 5 brand new like ATVs and stuff.
Well, now they can actually follow you.
Yeah, we're all convinced our parties are the reason they got the ATVs.
Probably. But they couldn't get to you.
Well,
Switch it to the other camera.
besides, we know the trails back and they're way better than the cops. We wouldn't go out that front entrance. We'd go out the back way. I'll meet up at my buddy's house up the hill, back up the way a little bit. It's funny, last time it happened, we were the first ones to make it back to the house, and we just sat out on the porch. We kept drinking. We were just watching people. We took people, they were coming up the road from the party. We were having people on foot just emerging out of the woods. We made it. Yeah, I didn't realize we had that many people at that party. They all started coming out the woods.
Really come out of the woods.
Okay, stop wiggling so I can get the picture.
Yeah, just be careful with it so you don't get it on the left side there anyway. Alrighty, I am out of here, people. Guess I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, see you, Mars.
Bye, Marcy.
We're down about 5 minutes anyway, so.
Alright, night, everybody.
Good night, Marcy. Oh,
No shit. My buddy just sent me a photo. He said this mouse kept getting into his freaking room and eating all of his freaking pot plants. He said, fuck it, captured it and put it in his big tank. He's got a little stoner pet now. He sent me a photo. Oh, this little dude, he's just sitting there eating on one of those plants.
well, my dad used to feed a mouse that lived in our house and it lived under the TV. He fed it every night for about a year and a half until probably the son of or daughter of the original. So mom found out about it, and that was a different story then.
Mm.
Now it's had to go.
I'm gonna jump off here too. Puppy dog's wanting outside, so
Yep,
good time,
I'm going to shut it down. It's 5 till. Thanks for
So-
coming in, Jimmy. Thanks, Bruce, and everybody still in the
Let me
chat.
know.
We probably see you in Jonathan's tomorrow, and depending on when he ends, we may start up one after him or not. We'll see how it feels. So, good night, everybody, and we will see you later.
All right, night, y'all.
Night, y'all.